Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the PM world. How are we doing this morning, gentlemen? We all good?
Fine, thank you very much. It's beautiful weather here.
It's
same as Devon,
fantastic.
apparently.
25 degrees here in Doncaster, not unlike Devon that's blown away.
Yeah, literally, it's currently showing we're 14 degrees, which I'm optimistic about. In this wind, it feels a damn sight colder, and it's chucking it down in biblical with like 50-mile-an-hour winds. So, it's Storm Bebet or whatever it is going through in it.
Yeah, it actually says 11 degrees here, but it says high winds soon.
Oh, trust me, they're on the way because they're going past here now. It started during our show yesterday afternoon, and I thought it would have been gone by now, but actually it's not. So, yes, it's coming through.
Whizzing up north as you speak.
So if you can hear a funny noise, that's the flaps blowing in the wind on my spray booth, I hasten to add. So, yes, we won't do any windsock jokes. No. So, yes, that's what that is. Anyway, lots of new things been going on and happening. I've been up to necking kit reviews, as we can see down in here. Matt's got some nice stuff next to him as well. So a little bit of funny movement at last, because we were saying it's been dismal really this summer. If it wasn't for Airfix's Seeking, it'd have been a write-off. You might as well just have gone on holiday for 6 months. So
next year we've shut him for 3 months.
Yeah, I think that's the option.
Just going to take summer off and we'll come back in winter if it's going to be as dire as this year.
That's it. 1st of October we'll come back. That seems like a really good idea, actually. I could go with that.
Yeah, we'll shut the end of June and come back beginning of September or something, I don't know.
Yes.
Done in it. Days.
Done and dusted with it. But no, so we have got some very nice stuff going around at the moment. I was sent by Magic Factory these two. They're actually review sample ones. And again, a couple of questions have come up about this one. Just to put it straight, I have answered the YouTube comments. You get 2 full kits. I didn't show, obviously, all the sprues because obviously you get 2 lots in there. So that's why some people have messaged me saying, can you do wing fold on 2 of them, or is it only available on 1? That's purely because obviously I just didn't want to show it all twice. But you do get 2 whole kits in there. The other bit of information I do have to thank, and sorry I can't remember who messaged me about it, but on YouTube, so well done YouTube, apparently the reason this one down in here is a 1A is because obviously it was an upgraded version, so it's got the radar on it and things like that, because I couldn't work out why like the 2 has got a bubble canopy and that, so it had an upgrade, so that's why technically the 1A is the bubble top one and the 2 is because it's the upgraded one with the radar. Apparently it took out one of the guns to stabilise the weight, so but yeah.
So are they both bubble tops, or is one a bird cage?
No, one's a bird cage. It's a bird cage is the rear one, but I couldn't work out how the number 2, because the F4U-2 or the 1A2 has actually got, I would have thought that would have been the bubble one, being a later one, but that's what it is, because this one had an upgrade, so that's why it's the designation seemed back to front to me. So, but thank you for that information, because I didn't know. And thank you to everybody who told us yesterday about Zeppelins with Stuka folding wings, because then I've had about 20 emails about that now and pictures and things, so it's like, right, got you. So we didn't know, clearly. I know very little about that.
Be an interesting conversion.
It will be, yeah, especially when you do the Zeppelin that goes with it.
I suppose it would 24th, though. If you can fold the wings, it's going to make it a bit less space to store it.
Yes.
You've built it.
This is it. So, but yes, very, very interesting. Anyway, fantastic kit on that one. As you can see just over there, it's actually on the review site. It's on social media and all the rest of it. So that's actually a really nice one. We hope to have ours soonish, don't we? Because obviously this came direct from Model Factory as well. I don't think we've now got them sat in the warehouse, because we haven't. No. This was sent to me direct. Ours are literally on a boat.
In a container.
In a container. Yes.
Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, soonish anyway.
So it will be soonish.
You will be getting yours.
But yeah, it's a great kit. So I know people are going to start asking about, well, Phil's got his, and it's not part of the same lot. So ours will be along very, very shortly. But yeah, so if you want to go off and see the review, you can see that one's up there now. And one, we didn't do a pre-order on this one, did we?
No,
because to be honest, I didn't even know about it till it came in the box. So, but yes, and it turns out they are an upgraded Polaris. Based on. So, but yes. So very nice as well. So if you fancy a bit of a dune buggy type all-terrain stuff, then very nice as well. So but nice.
Question is, where do you buy a real one?
Well, this is true, isn't it? It'd be cool when they become army surplus.
Yeah. I tell you what, is an army surplus place not far from you?
This is it. You see, you could.
I don't know what's in it, but yeah, there is one. Not that far. I think it's down the A1, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I've seen a chap who's bought one of the XSAS ones, whoever they were made by, but
Yeah.
interesting things.
Very nice. But yeah, a couple of cool kits anyway. So, but just to let everyone know, that's the reason whilst this kit we haven't actually done pre-orders, we've been released for it yet because we haven't got our allocation in. But as soon as we have, obviously Andy will be on it. He'll be invoicing you, and trust me, you won't be disappointed because it's a great kit. And somebody pointed out in my comments, it's actually they described it quite well. They were saying it's sort of Edard-esque. So obviously when you look at the Tamiya way of doing it, that's a good old classic kit, and it is a bargain kit. I was looking, we've got it on special at the moment. It's like 16 quid or something, isn't it? It's really, really nice.
Great kit, that.
It is. It's a mega kit. Proper Tamiya classic through and through. It's a great kit. But obviously this is an upgrade of that. It's just nicer all round, a nicer all round feel to it and everything else. So I don't know how old that Tamiya kit is now, but yeah, it's a few years old now. Yeah.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Gotta be.
But
it's one of their classic ranges, we always call them, which is a nice segue into what's on over my shoulder.
It is, yes, definitely. So, so obviously got these reviews, and obviously we've got the fantastic. No, it's not F-35B, and the review for that will probably be up later on this afternoon. By the time you get this, it will be there as well to watch. So,
perfect.
I'm going to change that slightly. To what the F-35B of Trumpeter done with this kit. That's all I'm going to say with that one. But like I said, we said about it yesterday, if you want a 30-second F-35B, it's the only one. So, do you remember back when did you remember when the Typhoon came out before Revell did theirs in 30-second? It was the only option, and that thing was fully riveted as well, which was not brilliant. And it had the old Tornado engines in it. So if you want to do the prototype, it was perfect.
Or if you want to upgrade your Tornado engines out the Revell kit.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, yes, buy the engines for F-35 and switch them over. So, it's all right. It's okay. It's just going to take a little bit of work just to make it what you need. So you are going to need some filler. That's all I'm going to say.
Like the real thing, then.
Yes, to be honest, it is. And I know some guys have posted photos of that.
You could actually build that then as one on the production line.
Yeah, do it in the green. Yeah, do it in the green.
And all the funny. That'd be actually quite a cool...
Yeah, I tell you what, that's actually not a bad idea, because that green is a cool green as well. So you could actually do it as one sat on the production line or just coming off the production line before it gets in and putted up and say taken care. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's an idea for it.
That's it. Perhaps that's what it is. They should get rid of that, put it on the production line, done it in green. Yeah. Be a perfect kit.
Yeah. Absolutely. And now we're going to get questions of what green is it?
Yeah, what green is it? I have no idea what that primer green is.
Not a clue.
No.
Just XF4 is pretty.
I'm about to say XF4, a bit light XF4.
Zinc chromate, a bit lighter, whack a bit of white in it.
Yeah. So they have that bluey colour to them as well. It's the greens and the blues, isn't it? And there are bits of yellow on them, and they do white primer insides as well. So you could actually probably do quite a cool job on that. In fact, now my head's going, I'm actually thinking that's probably not a bad idea. That would be proper cool to do it.
A little base. Well, not a little base, it'd be quite a big base.
Big base, It'd
be you've got enough photos of them. That'd be actually really quite a good idea to do. There you go.
I might keep it now. Originally, I was going to offload this, but actually, I might keep it because that's actually not a bad idea. Especially if you did some little, you probably get some nice 3D printed trestles and stuff around it. And all things like that.
Some workman figures as well that you could put next to it. So I've found some decent files for modern workmen that you could probably convert or make them work for that. So that's not a bad shout, is it? They'll be sold out by the time the show now comes tonight or whatever. When the show comes by tomorrow, you might be able to get one of them because everybody will be doing the same thing. Really, then that kit's a 2-in-1.
Yes.
So you can build a production line one way. It does show the rivets and all the bits on the pictures, or you put it up and you can build one that's in service.
Yes.
So there you go. We've sold it. Blimey, get some ordered today.
We'll get them all in now.
We'll whack them up. 20% off.
And to be honest, it's not that big. It will fit on an A2 cutting mat. Because I think, what's the length on this one? 48? And one of these is about 50 odd, isn't it? So it's about 60 in total. So it will fit on a cutting mat. It's not massive. It's quite nice.
No decals.
No decals. Yeah, no problem with silvering of decals or anything else like that. You don't have to worry about your ram tape. Well, you could do it in that original colour that they put down before it gets it. So, yeah.
There you go.
Nice. So, yes. Good job.
So
That's
not all's lost with this kit. So, actually, you better, revise your clickbait now.
I will. I'll revise the clickbait. The perfect
Yeah, the
F-35
2-in-1 perfect F-35B in 30 seconds has now arrived.
Yes, that's it. I might actually have to put some notes on the footnotes to this. After discussion with the team, we've actually realised what it was. So, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So, cool.
It's obviously lost in translation from, from Chinese to English. So now we know. We've figured it out what the plan was all along.
So it's the box art, the instructions, and the decal sheet that's wrong then.
Yes,
just
basically.
get rid of them. You don't need them.
You don't need them. That's it. So.
Well, technically, no, you would, because like I say, it's 2-in-1, so you just have to putty over the rivet to make a service one.
Yeah.
So anything now that's trumpeter with rivet is
it's just a production version one.
We say different.
Yes, that's it. So all their panel lining and their riveting is all in scale because it hasn't been done yet.
It's not been. Yeah.
That's it. We found out what it actually is. So they've got spies clearly. Not that I'm saying China ever does any spying or anything or copies anything, but obviously right at the pulse on the production line, and that's where they're getting all their information and details from their kits these days. That's it. Sorted it.
Or they just do like what everybody else does and look on the internet and find pictures.
They just Google it.
Just Google it. Happy days, isn't it?
So
you should actually put that in this thing when you've edited it. You should actually put the picture you showed us.
Yes, I will do.
So people understand.
The F-22 or the...
Hold on, I can find it because it's actually off of one of our members did it. So very kindly did it. Hold on, I can find it right here.
That could be your thumbnail today with the kit.
It could.
Instead of us.
This is what we're talking about, people.
That's a lovely JD greeny.
That yellow will work for that. That's the other one. That's for the F-22 is in that one.
You need to find the green. Sorry, our mistake. There's a lot of
the yellow one. That's not even I don't know why that is. It says it's an F-35, but it's not. That's a Raptor.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely not Synchromate either.
No.
Unless that's a bad picture. But actually, that green and all that.
I know it's quite cool. That
you need to get it done now. Hurry up with that Viking and get on it.
Yeah, that's it. I'll start on this one tomorrow.
Yeah, live build.
Live build.
Hellcat's gone out the window. He's doing this instead.
That's quite cool, isn't it?
But yeah, it is cool like that. I must admit, I think you could actually do something quite nice with that.
I'll tell you what, especially in 30 seconds, that would be impressive.
Yes.
There's a lot of different materials and textures and just. Why do they paint grey? That's cool, isn't it?
Yes, who needs camouflage and stuff when you can just...
That's it, something to do with camouflage, isn't it? I think that might be not quite stealthy. As
it's reflecting the sunlight nicely off of it.
It's taking away from the overall effect, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway.
It's amazing to think, if you go back in history, all of those thousands of different schemes they did in World War II, like dazzle-type camos and blotchy camo, and now everything's just grey. Why didn't somebody spot that back in World War II and say, just paint everything grey?
When something's in the sky, just paint it
their
grey underneath, didn't they? The British had their grey, didn't they?
Yeah.
But then put green over it as well.
I suppose in those days they were flying a lot lower, so it probably did help when you're 20 feet above the trees. Having camo on top might blend you in a bit.
I think the PR colours were probably the nearest, weren't they, to stealthy colours, if you want to call it that, back in the day, PR blue. But because everything else was green, grey, brown. Yes. I suppose the Japanese stuff had grey, didn't they? They had their...
Yeah, the Zeros were just in that very light grey, weren't they?
Really light grey. So I suppose if you're flying in the clouds and stuff, it's quite good camo. A bit like World War One, where the brighter you can make them, the better. The more you can be seen.
Yes. Well, I used to think about that with the Zeros. They used to have that beautiful grey camo, if you like, with massive red...
Great big red blotch on it.
Big target.
Yeah, big red target on it.
Yeah.
But we had the same with ours, didn't we?
Well, we did, yes.
Think about it. So
but then Germans at the beginning of the Second World War painted yellow noses and camouflaged aircraft with a yellow nose on it.
And then big white crosses.
Yes.
There you go. As long as they're identified, everybody's happy.
Everyone's all right. Those are the days where they were gentlemen. Salute as they passed each other, then try and kill each other.
No wonder they were called 20-minuters and stuff in World War One, is it? You're flying around in a bright red triplane at 80 mile an hour.
That's it, in your kite. Oh, well. Right, let's get back on track. So, what have you got next to you, Matt? Do you want to talk about those first, or do you want to go straight into...
We can think here. I just want to talk about the Ferret.
Right.
So obviously the Ferret's been out for a bit, and we did a pre-order and stuff. But actually, I think is it Star Decal? Star Decals. One of them of bringing out. Well, it's on our forum anyway as well. But I've seen it on said site that we use. 4 different decal options now, 4 different versions, and there's actually some really cool schemes in there. Some really nice ones. I think one of them's from Aiden at some point, and I think there's a few others. Suez, I think, was another. They around in the Suez? I can't remember. But anyway, you'd have to have a look. But you can brighten them up from the bronze green, put it that way.
Right, okay. So it's like the Suez one, yellow and black stripes then?
No, sand colour, probably.
So they're used in Berlin, weren't they? That's probably Berlin.
That is Berlin there. Yeah, that's the Berlin.
Yeah, it would have been the Berlin scheme, didn't they?
It's parked outside the Reichstag.
Yeah. Then they were used during the First Gulf War, weren't they, as well?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's probably what I was getting at. Yeah, there's some later ones as well. There's a lot of sand ones and sand and green camo, but they do look pretty good in some others. So worth a look. And to be honest with you, from what I've seen it built, it's quite a nice little kit, not overly complicated. Turkey shoot job here.
Yes, yeah, we've seen a couple of them done on the forum, and they look absolutely fantastic.
It's
really
ideal.
Nice kits,
all the Mayfix sort of off the kits are their own anyway, not the Reeboks and Academy are all good little weekend builds. So yeah.
Cool, very good. Right, okay, so we got that one in. If you want to grab that and upgrade it, it's only up there for 24 quid. Pretty much everything else is as it was. We're out of stock of Lightnings again.
We need something to happen.
Yes, we do. Need something to drop.
We need some good new releases to happen because we're in October, near the end of October, and it's really dire at the minute. So we need...
It's funny because there is a lot of stuff because obviously Revell were due to drop a load of stuff this time of year and we haven't seen any of that yet. I know it's Star Warsy and that. I know we've seen the Bond stuff has started to come through.
The Bond stuff's come through, hasn't it?
Yeah, but we haven't seen any of the Star Wars one because,
Star Wars one?
We got the big Naboo Starfighter thing, which is the Mandalorian version, whatever it's called.
Yeah, who cares about that?
Well, everyone. All the Trekkies love it.
All the Trekkies.
So we got the due for that one to come in at any minute because they're all due. But
Gannett's due in it.
Gannett's due.
Oh, that's late. Unfortunately.
Obviously, the Buccaneer. We've got the Buccaneer and
that's
the
a big
Gannet.
But
so
the main one, like we were saying, is the B-26 Marauder from ICM. That's really gone quiet, and Andy really needs to put pre-order up for that. Because I keep forgetting to tell you to do it. So
he's doing it now.
Officially on film.
Who's that by?
Yeah, who what? ICM B-26 Marauder.
Yes.
I think that's due December though, isn't it?
Yeah, late year, isn't it? Yeah, late in the
fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. Well, technically, aren't we in fourth quarter now? October, November, December.
Third quarter. I don't know.
It's fourth now, aren't we?
To be honest, then we've missed 2 quarters because no happened.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It is literally there was nothing, very little.
They really, then need to get a grip of what they're doing and get some new products.
Yes, I agree.
It's even that Apache from Meng's been delayed.
Oh, yeah. Delayed. We've seen lots of delays this year. Let's face it, and we can't blame COVID anymore.
Hey, it's not COVID though, is it?
No.
Not like the Suez Canal's blocked.
Yeah, there's not a boat halfway across it.
Mind you saying that, I've just thought actually about that. Yeah, be a bit dicey.
Yeah, some boats might be going the long way round at the moment, just in case.
Just in case. Never thought about that, but
yes,
yeah, because obviously we had the shipping crisis and everything. So anyway,
never mind.
So good to specials. Good to car specials first. We'll start with that.
Yeah.
Just because we've got this.
Cool. Look at those. I'll tell you what, it looks like something from Death Race 2000, that, which I did watch the other day, weirdly, because I found it on Amazon Prime, and I thought, I haven't watched that in like a million years, so I watched it again, and it was truly awful. But it looks like it's just designed to kill you if it hits you, innit?
What, this?
Yeah, look at the front of it. It's got spikes, for Christ's sake.
I like it. I like it. I like the design.
Yes.
And this is the soft top version, look.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine
with an engine.
A small person with their head on the headlights, can't you?
Yeah,
It's them bits where you get skewered on the
yeah,
body.
that's it. You get skewered of them, or like technically you just get sliced in half by the headlights.
Yeah.
Has it got a crumple zone? I doubt it.
Well, that's when they used to design proper cars, isn't it?
The crumple zone's a big V8.
Before the health and safety police got involved.
Yes, that's it. So
anyway, it's an icon in it, really.
It is the 57 Chevy.
Let's be honest. So we've got that in the car section at 20% off. If anybody would like to have a go at one of those.
Mm-hmm. Very nice indeed.
Special section.
Special section. Hold on. Right. Special. Yeah.
So obviously some bits the same, but what I wanted to highlight was one of the Tamiya
classics.
Absolute classics. This.
Yeah, really, really nice kit that.
So I'm even going to switch cameras to show you because it kind of helps. So me and Phil did a show on this a couple of years ago, didn't we? God knows, mind you, probably about 4 years ago.
It probably is now. Yeah.
Of the old Tamiya classics. This is up there with them in the old 109 E3. So if you want a simple, quick, straightforward two runners and a clear part, we can build. There's your thing. So I'm doing this for a segue for the turkey shoot.
Yes.
Have you built one of these, Andy?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's.
I've built a few of them. Yeah,
probably got a load on the
nice kits.
Yeah, I but there's one or two of them of mine up on the buggy. To be honest with you.
Nothing complicated about it. Just a nice, quick, simple mojo build. And again, the Corsair is the same.
Yeah, we got the Corsair down in here as well. So hold on, here's the Corsair. And also, when you're looking at the prices, like that one's what, 20 odd quid, isn't it? That one. This one's just £17, and the Corsair's a big aircraft as well. Yeah. So it is absolute bargain.
That is, because that's an absolute classic. I know obviously this Magic Factory one's coming out, but still, if you can do a lot with that. I've seen a lot of people do a bit of super detailing and whatever. But again, if you just build it straight out of the box, because is that a Marines one or a? Because it's a land-based one, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's a Marine one, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've got that one in my display cabinet downstairs.
And again, if you look at some obviously period photos and they're in colour in the Pacific as well, which is nice. They get hammered, so you can get a tan if you're into your weathering and whatever else. So So I'd grab them because they're bargains. And the other thing, I don't know where it is on the site, but I have to pull my camera out. It's a bit bigger. No, I'm on fully. I'll put
it above you for the box.
There you go. So the TBD1 Devastator, I can't even say it. So this is a new release from Trumpeter. What we're going to look at, I'm not going to open the bags, but Phil says they've got different styrene.
Yeah, well, this one it's got a new hard styrene. It's not the usual soft stuff that they've used before. So it'd be interesting to see what that one's like.
So you can do a nice bright silver and yellow one with some red stripes, which is nice.
Oh, actually, I like the trainer one.
Yeah, I'll try.
You obviously do a early war one.
Mm-hmm.
So this would have been announced years ago, didn't it?
It was, yeah.
Like years and years ago. So hold on a minute. Don't know, can't tell with that because it's corrugated. Don't know.
It feels soft because this thing is hard. When you see the review, I do the old drop test, and it's like clink, clink, clink.
I wouldn't say it feels soft, no, but I wouldn't say it feels overly hard. It's just normal crumpy plastic. But actually, to be honest with you, even in one 30-second, it's not a massive aircraft. Look, it's got its nose on it, but it's not going to be much longer than that.
No,
it's actually quite a nice kit, to be honest.
Yeah,
really nice. Impressed. So yes, we've got that in, and again, I think that's up for sale as well. We've got a bit of a discount on that if anybody's interested.
Yeah, it should be £100, and we got it up for 85. So
there you go. Nice plate.
saving.
quite like the Devastator. I presume there'll be a lot of aftermarket coming out for it at some point. So.
Yes.
So yes, there we go. And
is that riveted as well, Matt?
Yeah, especially on them corrugated wings.
Yeah, they've riveted but that's because it hasn't been puttied or painted yet.
Exactly.
So yes, obviously we got the big old strawberry bitch. If you want something monster, and say nice deal on that one, should be 173. We got it up for 138 as well. So a nice one down in there, and obviously the last of the Lightnings, because unfortunately we can't get hold of the F6 version anymore. So.
No, not for the time being. I don't know when we'll see it again, but yeah, that was quite popular. And like I say, we've got a few of them left, but not many. We're down to the bare bones of them as well. So once they've gone, and we'll move on to the next big thing.
Yes,
he says.
So Razorback.
That's a good kit.
It is classic kit. One of their better ones in 32nd, definitely.
Well, it's kind of the only one in 32nd as well, because Hasegawa never tackled the Razorback, did they? They just did the bubble top. So, and again, if you look at the aftermarket stuff for it, you can get some really good schemes.
Am I the only person that prefers the bubble top to the Razorback?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are actually, because I prefer the Razorback.
Razorback's a lot better.
That scheme actually doesn't do it much favours, but in the other schemes, the Razorback, I think it's got nicer lines.
It's typical Trumpy box art as well. They could have done so much more with it.
Yeah, that's it. It's not very inspiring, is it?
And to me, for P47, I'd have to do an olive drab rather than any silver versions.
Mind you, there was a lovely one at Oshkosh this year, if you saw it, and it's literally like chrome. And it's beautiful. It's really high polished aluminium all over it, and it was with the black and white stripes, similar to that. And it looked absolutely stunning. It was one of those where I saw a video of it and I thought, do you know, I'd like to build that, because that's a really nice striking scheme.
I don't like showbirds. They're a bit boring, aren't they?
I know, but that one's quite a nice one.
Again, when you could get to period photos and see actually one that's seen action and the wear and tear, and it gives it a bit of interest. Obviously, the showbird ones aren't going to be like that. They polish 2 inch of them lives and they look nice when they're flying around doing the display, but they don't do a lot for me, to be honest, in that. As a model kit.
Yeah, that's it, as a model one. Thing. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think there's much to it, but yeah, I think, like I say, the Razorback's definitely the one for me. It's same actually with a P51. I prefer the crap version, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Allison hood, was it that? Not the what's the hood called on it? The one we had.
Oh yeah, we had the
what's the hood called?
I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, the British version of it. Yeah, I quite like that one because it's got like the bubble Spitfire canopy in it, and then you've still got a Razorback type onto it as well. So I think.
But the P51s were superseded, weren't they, by the other P51s? The Ds and whatever with the bubble top captures. But the P47s were built alongside each other, weren't they, throughout the war?
Yeah.
To supersede the bubble top with the Razorbacks, Razorbacks with the bubble top.
Like visibility-wise, you want a bubble top so you can see round and not.
As I say, the P47 doing groundwork, it's quite good. You've got that massive engine in front of you.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up at you. It's like you can hit that to death. It's fine, rather than hit me.
Yes.
So. But yeah, so we got those ones down in there and a few little bits of Edard as well. So we got that Tempest, which is an absolute stunning kit, which I've done, and we've actually got the Hellcat, which I've done as well. I've done both of those ones, so that's very, very nice. A few other bits and pieces. Got a nice Seafire, if you want the Seafires back in as well.
That's a good kit. That's a really nice kit.
Very nice kit.
Yeah.
Some nice bits
good.
and pieces.
The Buccaneer as well.
Buccaneer.
Really nice as well, isn't it?
Wait for a 30-second one.
Yeah. Watch this space. Right, okay. So we also had in, as we spoke about on yesterday's show as well, full restock of Tamiya paints is in. So we've got the LPs and we've got the acrylics as well. So it's nice because we have been out of those for a while. It's not us.
Can you just nip to primers?
Primer? Optimus?
Yeah.
Primus. Yes.
I don't know if people know, we're now selling aerosol can primers and clear coats.
Yes.
So we've got the Tamiya ones in. We have got the grey and the white. We have the white in first, and the greys came in with this order as well, which I swear by. It's a brilliant primer.
Yeah.
lays down. You can flood it and thinking, oh my God, I've lost everything. And then it just settles and it's hard as nails.
And it is like
don't
silk.
Sink.
Yeah.
And again, obviously with the Mr. Hobby primers, and they're as good as well. The surfaces we've got them in. So if you're like me now and getting lazy and just can't be asked to load your airbrush up, just get an aerosol can and blast
Rattle it.
It's a lot of rattle can it. To be honest, that's it now. It's the future for me.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing bigger stuff as well. That's what I mean. If you're doing bigger stuff, then it's they're worth having in.
Yeah, definitely.
Just get a well ventilated area because they do stink a little bit.
Yeah. Don't do it into your spray booth because otherwise you flood your spray booth. You fill it up.
Our green waste bin downstairs out in the yard has got grain.
I put it on top of the wheelie bin and then blast it. Yeah. I've done that.
Yes.
Years and years ago, that was.
Looks like a really bad graffiti artist.
Yeah, Banksy, he's not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just wanted to put out like the aerosol cans, and obviously the primers we're selling, the clear coats are pretty much nearly all back in. Nice. We'll see what happens with some of them, but yeah, we're quite loaded up. So,
nice
all good.
Also, cool. Vallejo sets.
But yeah, get to Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Paint sets. Yeah, we've been selling a few of these lately. I must apologise to somebody who bought a Fleet Air on one and we didn't have it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. We've now got proper stock levels that we checked that. So we do apologise. But yes, the Vallejo Model Air sets are in, or most of them.
And Starfighter colours.
I was going to say, what the hell are they like? Literally, because they don't want to get copyrighted. I know. We'll take an X-wing.
Yeah, but is that an X-wing?
Well, clearly not. But it's like
different engines.
We'll use some artistic license on this, so we don't get done by Disney these days.
Disney.
That's it. So yes, very nice indeed. So yeah, if you do want the that one, be interested to know what those colours actually are. Then what they're comparing them to. But interesting.
But they're doing it to Industrial Light and Magic.
ILM colours, yeah, which was flow quill paint they used.
Flow quill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, if you're into your Model Airs, we do sell the sets. We don't sell them individual, but we do have the sets in, which is something we don't really.
Which are nice these days. Because I haven't used them for so long, and then I used a bottle a couple of months back, wasn't it? And now they smell. They've got like a fragrant smell.
Yeah, they're.
It was like when did that happen? Because I haven't used them for years, and it was like okay. So
they're nice to use actually. To be honest, they're not a bad paint. So
no, just mix them well. You'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, get your little nail shaker or whatever it is, or your vortex generator, and give it a good stir, and you'll be fine. And let them dry because of the latex content.
Yes, give them a good couple of days to proper go off before you try and sand or do anything with them.
24 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Other news before we move on from paint is we have got another AK order on its way. I don't know if it's on the border between Spain and France at the minute. Is it? It is. Once it's crossed that, then hopefully we'll have it. It's due in for Monday, but we might get it Friday. So again, we've been out of stock of some of the real colours. So they're going to come in. There's going to be another reload of 502 Abteil lungs because again, we're selling a lot of them at the minute, which is good.
Yeah.
And I think some Gen 3s as well. And some more thinners, if I remember rightly. It's not a massive order, but we're going to keep it ticking over the future to keep the stock levels, at a reasonable amount from them. So keep it out. We'll let you know anyway. Probably fill on Friday if it's in, or if not, it'll be next week. So happy days.
We can do that definitely. Right. Okay. Over to pre-orders.
Not many up, is there?
I was going to say it's not much. There's nothing really moving here at the moment. Obviously the Marlet. Obviously it's been touted a lot. Do we know when this is actually coming in? Because it can't be that far because we know about it, and Tamiya tend to do that thing of know about it getting the next month.
Probably before Christmas. To be honest, I need to make a phone call when we've done here to somebody to ask him a few questions. So I don't know. I'll find out a bit more of a date because we have actually closed the F-35 and put our pre-order in for that.
That's for the Tamiya F-35.
The Tamiya B.
Yeah.
So make sure we try and get that allocation. But yes, what else did you put up? There's some else, weren't there? I can't remember what's in pre-orders anymore.
There's obviously the mini art.
Oh, that's due in end of the month. I think that's due in at the end of this month. So that P47. So yes.
Yeah. We put the Poseidon up, didn't we? And the Ferret full model, which I don't think we weren't as many as I thought we would get actually.
No.
Unique. I mean, I know Special Hobby did one, didn't they? But thought we'd have got more than that. But yeah.
Did we work out it was the former that they got at Yeovilton as you can walk into the Hall 2, whatever it is?
Very.
Oh, is that what it was?
What is it? It's the
Firefly.
Firefly, yeah.
Firefly down there.
Yeah,
right.
with wings folded back. And,
So, but yes, very nice indeed. So if you want to get any of those ones, and as I said, members, this is just for you. Obviously, you got the pre-orders. You won't get charged. You only get invoiced when we got the kits. So there's no deposits to pay or anything else like that. Just simply put your name down on a kit you fancy. You'll then go on to Andy's special spreadsheet somewhere. And then as soon as we got the kits, you'll be sent an invoice with it. And then obviously we get the kit out to you straight away. So there's no money up front, in other words. Remember, if you do need to pull out of a pre-order, please do it before we close it. So it always helps.
Send you an invoice, please.
yeah.
So, but yes.
We've got no access stock of stuff.
Yeah. So
anyway,
yeah.
we'll have a chat about pre-orders tomorrow with the members show.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And stuff.
So, but yeah, if you want to grab any of those ones, have a look through all of those. Any problems, shoot Andy a message, and he'll be able to put you on track. So yes, good job. Right, over to the 2 questions. First question is from Neil. He said, just a quick couple of questions. What do you guys recommend as the best 1/48 scale A6 intruder to buy? Does it come with full loadout? And where are the awesome Grumman aircraft? Could you advise on the best F-14D with the loadout included? Okay, so intruder-wise, you've got 2 options in 48 scale. You've got the Hobby Boss kit, which, to be honest, isn't bad. It's like a mini-me of their 32nd one, to be honest. But it's all right. It all goes together. It's got a 1-piece canopy. 2-piece canopy, but you haven't got, like, the rear bit isn't in 2 halves. And generally, it's okay. It's a little bit organic, shall we say. It's not the crispest and the sharpest because it's Hobby Boss, but for the price, bang for buck, and you get a ton of weapons with it as well. Knock yourself out. So, to be honest, for a straightforward build, that's where I would go. Your other option on the Intruder is obviously with the Kinetic one. So, Kinetic do their one. It's got a 2-piece canopy, which I don't like because you've got to glue it together. And it's obviously there's a big panel that goes down the middle. It's just that, it's one of those ones where I prefer it to be into 1 piece. Also, it has got, apparently I thought they fixed the error, but I was corrected last time we spoke about this because there's a fence on one of the wings. And it's only on one wing, and it should be on the other wing as well. And I thought they had corrected it, but apparently they didn't.
I thought they corrected it when they bought the kit out with a tug, didn't they? At the same time.
I don't know. It may be different. It's only because literally I had somebody message me after I said about it, saying they corrected it, saying no, they didn't. It's still not there. So it's not a mass one because you could just make one out of plastic card, just template it on a bit of paper, offer the one that's on it, and just then do one in plastic card and stick it on. It's not a biggie, So
hold on a minute. That's massive. I'm not being funny. They're not exactly cheap kits, and they can't actually put the proper parts in it.
Well, it's just a little bit.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not having that. So, for me, I would have said the Hobby Boss one.
I think the Hobby Boss one is an easier build. It's more straightforward in the way you go with it. I don't think it's a mass.
I've built the Hobby Boss one, and I replaced all the weapons with Edard weapon set.
Oh, right, yeah.
Were Edard ones, and they were absolutely horrible. They were all the resin was warped on it and everything. So yeah.
I must admit, I bought some, was it Sidewinders or something a few years ago, and literally like bananas.
Yeah.
So I put them in hot water to try and straighten them out, and I gave up. I just, I couldn't be doing with it, to be honest. I
did manage to get them usable, so yeah, they're all on, but I ended up buying 2 sets to get enough bombs to go onto it.
Yeah.
And,
Not
brilliant.
Terrible.
As for, so there we go. We're going along with the Hobby Boss one, right? Yeah. Okay, and as for the F-14, to be honest, we did a little bit of homework on this beforehand because I couldn't remember.
And I've come up with the Italeri kit is the best in scale.
This is it. So what we're thinking is the AMK one comes with 4 weapons.
What are you laughing at?
Matt's saying the Italeri F-35 is the best F-35. Is the best F-14 you can get.
Yes.
What about the Rebel one with the Top Gun box in? I see that's a good classic kit.
God, that thing's got that horrible. It's like, to be honest, like the Italeri one where it's like clamshells. The front end, you got that big seam to go right down the nose section. So yes.
Oh, I tell you what, you did miss out with the Intruder.
Mm-hmm.
48.
Monogram.
Yeah, the monogram one.
But unfortunately, that's raised panel lines, and it's a bit old. Shape-wise, it's really nice. Actually, I built that. It's a good
and the
kit.
cockpit's really good.
It's got a really nice cockpit. To be honest, best cockpit out of all of them, and wheel wells and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the monogram one,
and
if you want to rescribe it.
No, why? What's wrong with running with the raised panel lines?
Well, I did. I've got my Voodoo.
You don't need to rescribe these things. You can run with the raised panel lines. So there you go. You've got 3 options.
Okay, so there is 3 if you can get hold of the monogram one still, because I haven't seen one of them for a while.
Yeah, you can get it second hand. It's quite a common thing. So yeah.
So yes, but anyway, back to Tomcat Land. AMK, I think, is where I would go, because you get all the weapons with it, you got all the options, and to be honest, it's not a bad price. Your other option after that is to go with the Tamiya one, but as far as I remember, although, as I say, I've built it, which is a stupid thing, and it's up there, but it definitely comes with the air-to-air weaponry. I'm just not sure if it comes with the GBUs.
Yeah. And I know originally when they were releasing it, they said there wasn't going to be any weapons. But then they backtracked and put weapons in, but I can't remember what weapons they actually put in it.
Yeah, because I can't remember if those weapons came with it or I got them out of my spares box.
Yeah.
So, but I've built that kit. The Tamiya kit is beautiful and it goes together and it's the simplest, easiest build to do. But I think bang for buck wise, I'd have to go with the AMK one because you've got more options with it.
Yeah.
So not the Revell one?
Probably not the Revell one, no. No, I built that one and it was probably one of the worst builds of my life. It's just horrible, that Tomcat. It was one of those kits, I bought it when I was a youth, thinking, oh, wow, a Tomcat. And it's one of those where you get it out of the bag and even then I'm like, that's crap. You know, it's like, oh, God. When you put the halves together, it like overlapped by a mile over the top. It almost ate the underside, so you got to spread it out. You know, it was like, that's.
Do you know what your problem was? It weren't the kit, it's the subject matter.
It's it. You don't get that problem on an F-16.
But we're all in agreement that it's the most beautiful aircraft in the world.
Yes, this is it.
Moving on.
Once Matt's had his ketamine, he'll be all right. He'll agree with anything. Right, next up, Barry says, hi, Phil and Matt. Thank you very much for sending the instructions for his special hobby Korean War Firefly kit. Really appreciate it. Well, it only took, 4 months?
Does he say hi, Phil?
Yeah,
he does actually. He doesn't mention you, Andy. Nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Barry, you need to revise that and thank Andy because he's the one who did it all.
Fair enough. Yes. So, but yeah, it is, because obviously we had trouble with emails getting through. Hopefully you've sorted that now. So if you do message us, you don't get an answer. Now you know why. Can't get to you. So, anyway. Good job. Right, okay then, guys, we will leave it right there. As I say, we've got a member show with you tomorrow night, 7:30. So, members, if you want to join us for that one, Matt can go on a full rant and let rip.
No, not tomorrow.
Oh,
in a few weeks' time.
A few weeks' time. You're going to prepare for this?
After the show.
Right, yes. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a special one after
the Lord Mayor's show. That's what they say, isn't it?
This is it, yes. Then he'll let rip on a special, but it would definitely be a members only show. Right, okay, don't forget, we've got these great reviews up for you. You can go off on social media or pop over to the FloydMorris.org site. We've got those ones. The F-35, that'll be up with you by the time you watch this as well. So, yes, lots of stuff. And I have got another kit review coming up for you this week. Hopefully I'm going to get the Phantom done, because a lot of people are asking about the Phantom, which I'll be doing for the Turkey Shoot build over that weekend. So...
Turkey Shoot, I don't know, I'm building yet. I've got a few ideas, but I'm not 100% decided. What about you, Andy? What are you building?
I've not even thought about it, to be honest with you.
Perhaps we ought to, because how many weeks we got to Turkey Shoot?
It's 24th of November, isn't it?
Yeah, so about 5 weeks.
About 5 weeks, or plenty of time to plan it then, isn't there?
Yes.
Good
job. Right, okay then, guys, we will leave it right there. Don't forget, you get all your bits and pieces over at the pmmodelsuk.com store. If you've got any problems or you don't see anything you're after, obviously shoot us a message. Use the Contact Me page on the actual PM site. Will be the easiest way, and we'll see what we can do about sorting it. Because remember, we don't carry everything in stock, but we can pretty much get anything you can need anyway. Right, So, if we're all done, happy modding, take care. We'll see you all again very soon. So, goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here. Bye.
Bye.